Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. About this live today. I'm going to teach very simply how to step confidently, boldly into your next level. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. And I got started in my company over 20 years ago. And I simply had an idea. I wanted to figure out how to take my knowledge, my background, and my gifts and to package them into a product or a service where I could work from the comfort of my home. And I've done exactly that. I've coached thousands of women literally all around the globe. And I've showed them equally how what you know is exceptionally valuable, properly packaged. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, specifically on how to step confidently into your next level. If you're watching me, you've been following me over the years, I know that you're only following me because you're smart, you're sharp, you're ambitious, you are the rock star at work, you're the person that always has the answer, and you are looking to step into your next level in this upcoming year. And I want to make this super easy. Now, I promise you on this live, I'm going to break this all the way down. There's not going to be any fluff because you don't need that. And I don't want to waste your time either. Now, you have to do your part. Now, if you hear something that is of value, I want you to share it with someone else. I want you to invite someone else. I want you to tag a friend. I want you to leave a comment because that is the way that you communicate with me. Deal? All right. I'm so excited to be here. Today is the beginning of fall, right? It's like the beginning of fall, and I think it's so exciting to be able to fall into your goals, right? Intentionally fall into your goals. But we want to step confidently, boldly into what we want. And so many times we know what we want, but we don't go for it. We don't move confidently. We need assurance, a pep talk, right? Or validation. I always say validation is for parking lots, not for your dreams. In order for us to move into the thing that we see in our mind's eye that's been calling you, that you've been thinking about at night when you sleep, that bigness that you desire. I'm going to have a big, tall conversation for those of you who are ready for that. If you're ready, you know the drill, right? I am ready here. And we're going to step right into it. I'm going to jump in right now. I've got 8 simple points, and that is how to step confidently into your next level. And I wanted to use this as a topic because for me, when I think about being a corporate trainer, that being my background, deciding to start my business as a mom coach without any proof that mom coaching was going to work for me, with any acknowledgement that I could take and leverage my background as a corporate trainer, my skills, my talent, and be able to build a business supporting other women with being able to figure out what it is, what's their next, like what is it that you can do to be able to monetize what you do at the highest and tallest level. There were no guarantees, okay? But I moved confidently in the direction of what I wanted. And as a result of that, today I live a life that's unrecognizable, meaning I work on my own terms. I've renegotiated the way that I earn. I've built a business that's time rich. I've had the time to spend with my family that I desire. I get to do what I want to do the way I want to do it. And if that's you and that's something you desire, you're in the right place today. So I wanted to break down just 8 simple things that I've done that I think will absolutely support you, right? You're ready, right? Okay, absolutely support you, right? And the first thing is number one, okay? Number one is you have to decide how do you want to live? And you got to think about how do you want to live, okay? And when you think about how you want to live, you're thinking about like, do I want to be at home and work? Do I want to work, 3 days a week in the office and 4 days a week at home? Do I want to be the mom that's available to my kids on a certain hour if I'm a mom? How do you want to live? And I think this is one of the questions that so many of us do not ask as we're designing our work or building a life around the way we want to work. And it's the reason why we don't get to step confidently into it, because it isn't what we necessarily want. So when I started my business years ago, that was the very first question that I asked myself was, how do I want to live? And I knew I wanted to be that cupcake mom. I wanted to be the mom that could bring cupcakes to school whenever I wanted to. Okay, that was me. Don't judge me. Okay, I won't judge you. Okay, but that's what I wanted. And I knew in order for me to do that, I had to build a business that would allow me to be free. Okay, and so I answered that question for myself. How do I want to live? I want to have the freedom to be able to write my ticket for my schedule. And I also said I did not want to have a cap on my income. Okay. And so once I asked that question, I had to then say, what changes do I need to make personally in my life in order for me to embrace this new lifestyle, this new level of existence? And I want you to think about you as I'm talking about me, okay? Because maybe this will help you as you start to design what this picture of what this can look like so you can step confidently in terms of what you want. I think that the reason that most people aren't confident in terms of what they want is because they actually, when they set a goal, never really think about how they want to live. They never really design that picture of the life of what they're looking to create from the very beginning. I was confident that if I got what I wanted it. All right. And so my question to you is, if you got the picture of what you're thinking about, building a life around the way you want to live, is it what you want? Is it what you're dreaming of? You know what I mean? Is it something that you're wanting to fight for? You can post yes here, or yeah, post yes. Hey, Kenyatta, I'm so excited about this live today. I'm talking very simply about how to step confidently into your next level. And I'm using the example of how sometimes we have this unknown thing that we want to create for ourselves. However, there's no evidence, there's no proof that it's going to work. But I knew that if I could build a business that would allow me to work from the comfort of my home, and if there would be no cap of my income, and that would allow me to be the kind of mom I wanted to be, I knew that that was something that I absolutely wanted. And I was confident that if I got that, I would love it. Okay. Hey there, darling. Good to see you, Tammy. Number two. All right. Then you have to create a ritual that allows the things that you want to happen. So once I realized that I wanted to build a business around my life, my lifestyle, my family, okay, my freedom, then I started to create a ritual for myself, a routine for myself that aligned with what I truly wanted. And I believe this is the reason why people quit their goals, because it from the beginning, they're building a business or designing a life, or they've got a goal and it's not based on what they really and truly want. I want you to think about it. Think about all the goals you've ever had that you started and then you stopped. Why'd you stop? All right. But if you know that on the other side of the thing that you really, really want it, you won't stop because it's really exciting for you, right? Every time you think about it, every time I thought about the freedom I could have, every time I thought about being able to be the kind of mom I wanted to be, not having a cap on my income, it fired me up. So I created rituals that aligned with what I wanted. And I did three things every single day, and still until this day, that moved in that direction. So I didn't do 100 things a day. I did three things every single day in the direction of what I wanted. Maybe I picked up the phone and called new clients, or maybe I picked up the phone and, to learn new things about what I could do or how I could get started in my business. But I was consistent and I was persistent over time. I didn't do 100 things. Notice this. And I think this is the thing that people mix up when they're starting something new. And the reason they never build confidence is because they never build the muscle of congruency, of being ritualistic in what they want. Instead, they just do a lot at one time and then they don't do anything else. But I always just focused on doing three simple steps each and every day in the direction of what I wanted. Number three, the third thing that I did was, and this is so important if you want to know how to step confidently into your next level, is you have to trust your originality. Trust your originality. Trust that you were born to be an original, not a copy. All right. And this is your superpower. And when I tell you, like, I've coached thousands of women, lots of my clients have hit six figures and beyond. Tons of my clients have built high ticket products, hundreds of them. And it's because I teach them that it's your originality that's the superpower, not copying what somebody else is doing, not being a creative duplicator, none of that. It's literally you understanding that you are put here for a unique purpose. There is something that you do that nobody else in the world can do like you. It's really true. And there may be people that can do things with likeness, but you got to know what your sweet spot is. And launch with that. Launch with your sweet spot. Trust your originality. Trust the thing that makes you quirky, different, extra. I was always this person that was extra. I am a master implementer, right? Thank you, darling. Yes, be original. That's your superpower, right? Like, so the reality is that I was always this person. I was always extra, always could figure out the answer. I'm a master trainer. I worked for in corporate. I can create courses in my sleep and look at what anybody's doing and figure out what it should be, what industry it should be, how you can monetize what that is. It's my superpower. And what I recognized over the years in order for me to step into my purpose is that I had to trust my originality. And I couldn't trust my originality looking at what somebody else was doing or copying somebody else's funnel or, just being another version of someone else, because my originality is so much higher than that. It's what God has. Thank you, darling. It's what God has given me. It's my gift. And what a disrespect and a disservice or dishonor, right? When you've been given something that's original and you think that there's something else greater than what's inside you. I want to talk to those of you today who want to step confidently into your next level. And I want you to understand it's your originality. It is your sweet spot. It's the thing you do. It's your special sauce. It's the way you move. You can't explain it exactly. It cannot quite be packaged because it is your light. And it's the light that reflects inside you. And it's the thing that will allow you to be absolutely comfortable and confident in your skin, launching your purpose. And if you ever are launching something and you feel like you need the cliff notes, it is because it is not your purpose. Your purpose is already the thing that you do. You don't need anything extra. You just get to be all of who you are. You got it? Okay, if you got it, I want you to write, I got it, even if you're watching the replay. Number 4, you've got to focus on the mark. And I want to break this down for those of you who are just joining me. I want you to focus on the mark. And this is what you got to understand about the mark, okay, guys? I'm so pumped up. Is that the mark is in front of you. It's not behind you. So look, there are going to be things that are going to distract you, okay? They're going to get in the way, right? That are going to be obstacles, that are going to be diversions. But you have got to focus on the mark because the mark is in front of you. And if we're talking about stepping confidently into your next level is not behind. So if you're looking behind to figure out who, what, when, where, you're looking the wrong way. And I will tell you this for sure. I've built an amazing business doing what I absolutely love to do, coaching giants. Okay, think about it, right? Like I decided years ago, I only work with giants, people who are smart, sharp, highly vested individuals who are willing to step into the next level, who are willing to write a check for themselves to realize what that next level looked like unapologetically, proactively. And I said, I only work with giants. And they came forward, by the thousands. And I focused on the mark because I realized that I am a giant and I am really great at coaching giants. Okay. Focus on the mark. Now I could have looked behind and said, me a giant. What makes you think that doesn't, like, giants who? Tell me, what does that mean? I didn't get into any of that. I just understood that I had to trust my originality, right? The calling that was on my life, not the calling that somebody else understood, not somebody else's purpose, not Google searching somebody else's website funnels, any of that. I had to focus on the mark, and the mark was for me to find more giants. What is your mark? And that mark is in front of you. It is your purpose. It is your calling. And it is not what you already did. It is not what is behind you. And it is not, it's none of those things. It's not the distractions. It's not the obstacles. It's none of it. Are we clear? Okay. If we're clear, I want you to write, I'm clear. Okay. Number 5. Okay. And you got to understand that there are no guarantees, but you got to have faith anyway. Okay. Like everything that I think about that I built over the years, none of it existed before I built it. Okay. I was like, I'm going to start as a mom coach because I was really great with systems with myself, taking care of myself as a mom, and always making sure that I acknowledge my own identity as a woman, independent of being a mom. And I realized that if I did that, I would be a better mother, right? And I was like, I'm going to start as a mom coach. Didn't know any mom coaches, by the way, but I just said, I'm going to do this. Now, there were no guarantees. I didn't know if anyone would ever buy my books. I didn't know if any of this was going to work, right? Faith is the evidence of things not seen, right? And the fact of the matter is, thank you, Julia. So the fact of the matter is, I moved in that direction anyway, and there were so many blessings that came because of it. Number one, I got signed to two Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist. What did I do? Let me just go and recap. I decided how I wanted to live. I decided I wanted to own and operate within my purpose. Number two, I decided to create rituals that would allow me to do that. I started pitching to places that I knew were congruent with my purpose. Number three, I trusted my originality. I was a mom coach, and I had systems that I had built for myself that were effective and worked. And I wanted to transfer that to others. And I just said, I'm going to focus on the mark and find other women who maybe I could touch. I thought 1 million moms and help them practice better self-care. I can't think of a better way to do it than national television, particularly syndicated national TV. But that's what happened for me. I got signed to two, not one, television show. And in addition to that, ended up being signed and doing deals with many Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 brands, including Panera Bread, Great Harvest Bread Company, Corner Bakery Cafe, etc. I tell you this because I focused on the mark and I understood that there was no guarantee. I'm just trying to break this down. For those of you who have been following me, I want you to have faith. I want you to stand on my shoulders, and I want you to know this is possible. All right. And there was no one writing down for me, Mia, this is going to happen. You do this, and then this is going to happen. And if you do this, and then this is going to happen. That was not real. But I did 3 things each and every day. And I trusted my originality, and I knew that was my superpower. And it's the same is true for you. Are you feeling inspired? Is this resonating? Okay. Number 6, you got to understand that what makes you scarce is what makes you valuable. Okay. So, like, let me talk about this for a minute. The thing that makes you scarce is the thing that makes you valuable. The things that make you scarce are the things that make you valuable. Now, this is a whole conversation. I could do a whole live on this. But you see, we live in a world where people don't value scarcity. That actually people are scarce, but they don't value scarcity. But you got to understand, you are scarce. You as a being, you're scarce. Your background, your pain, your hurt, the things you've overcome, your education, what you've known, the way it's all mixed together makes you unique. It makes you scarce. And that's the thing that makes you valuable. And I just want you to understand that, if you don't understand this, then it's very, very difficult to be confident in your skills and your ability. See, I realized that it was only because my mom made me promise to date myself when I was 6 months pregnant, every single week, that I learned how to practice great self-care as a mom. I entered motherhood with a tremendous gift because my mom required that of me. See, it was my scarcity. It was my gift. It was my calling. It was what my mom asked me to do. And see, because of that, I had the ability to stand on that gift, and you have the ability to stand on that exact same gift. If you understand what makes you scarce, it's a really powerful question. And it's not a question that many of us ask ourselves enough. So many of us have come from brokenness, or believing we're not enough, or thinking that what somebody else has is so much greater than what we have, or believe we're winning by taking. But the truth of the matter is, all that makes you great is your scarcity. It's literally the formulas of how the hair has grown in your head, right? Like what makes you do what you do, say what you say, the uniqueness of your life, all of it together is what allows people to be magnetically attracted to you. If you ever want to build a business with ease and with grace, be yourself. Okay. There's no struggle. Literally, when I tell you we have people that line up every single month, right? They want to work with me. Why? Because I'm me, because I'm myself, not for any other reason. No, I'm just me. I'm real. I am a woman of faith. I care about family deeply, and I'm committed to supporting women with standing in their value and showing them how they individually can package their knowledge and be a unique gift to the world and show up powerfully. And they can monetize who they are without any compromise. That's why they come. All right. Because it's my sweet spot. It's my uniqueness. It's my gift. I don't teach anyone to duplicate anything. It's just not part of my thought process, because I understand what makes you scarce is one of the most incredible gifts in the world. All right. Number 7, You got to value the gift. You got to understand, if you ever want to feel confident, and this is the reason why so many people who are in business aren't confident, is because they're underselling and undervaluing what they're bringing to the table, is because they don't have any accountability around them standing in their value. And I'll tell you that when you know that you should be charging 10 grand for something and you're charging $1,000 for something, it's impossible to be confident. Look, I'm telling you, when you know you should be charging, you know what I mean, 25 grand for something and you're charging 2,500 for it, it's impossible to stand in your value and look someone in the eye, because you know inside that you don't have the courage to be brave for yourself. And I'm breaking this down. If you want to be confident, step confidently into your next level. You got to know how to stand in your value. And it's one of the requirements of the people that I coach and I work with. I teach them how to stand in their value, how to be confident, honoring the gift. You can't sustain the giving in business if you don't value the gift. And there are too many women who are giving it all away. They're giving everything away because you think that giving it all away means that it's going to come back, and it's not come back. I know. I'm just breaking this down. You got to know how to value the gift. Valuing the gift allows you to sustain the gift. Valuing the gift allows you to be an example to your family about, of honoring the gift. Like literally, you can't sustain the gift. You're limited to the number of people you can serve. When I think about the number of people who've told me over the years, Mia, my business is a ministry, and I get it. Like my business is a ministry. Okay. However, the reality is that, they in a year, in 2 months, they're out of business because they just thought that giving everything away and not valuing their time, it didn't allow them to sustain the gift. I know I'm talking to somebody. I want to break this down for you. For those of you who are listening, and you've had some twists around this, and you're trying to feel like, why do I not feel proud of what I'm doing? Because it's not profitable. It's probably because you're undervaluing, undercharging. You're delivering the value to your client, and you actually need to go through some exercises to learn how to stand in your value, how to sell in a way that's more confidently, more boldly. It's something I love to teach my clients to do. You need to know how to have a conversation that honors the gifts and what you're bringing to the table. And likely you may not even understand how to look at and how to calculate your own value. It's time for a real conversation. Hashtag real conversation. Okay, if this resonates, right? Hashtag number 8, and this is the last thing I have tonight, is you got to invest in the highest version of yourself. Okay, did you hear me? You need to learn how to invest in the highest version of yourself. The truth of the matter is, if you want to step confidently into your next level, I don't know that it's possible without self-investment, time, money, and energy, right? Like, people become confident because of what they do. They don't become confident because they just sit still and consume confidence. Confidence happens as a direct result of doing something that grows you in some way. Okay, Valencia, I'm breaking this all the way down. Like, maybe it's just you and I having this conversation, but I just wanted to talk about, like, investing in yourself at the highest level, not the lowest level. Lowest level means that that you need that course that's, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, 2,500, 5,000, 10 grand, $20,000, but you buy the thing that's $97. Are we serious? How are you expecting to step confidently into where you want to be when you don't give yourself what you need in order for you to be who you want to be? All right. Like, literally, I had to decide for myself that there was no investment that I was not worth. Like, literally. All right. Because I am going to be with me for the rest of my life. And I need to invest in her, okay, for the rest of the life, right? This life, because she's going to get me wherever I'm going to go. And I decided that she was not on sale. What I wanted, I did not need a sale. I did not need a discount. I did not need a coupon in order for me to step into my next level of investment for myself. I want to break this down. You want to know, how is it that people show up confidently? They invest more time, money, and energy. They put in the work. They do it. And it's because they do it that they show up differently. And I'll give you a home assignment. Okay, I never do this, but I'll give you one. Okay, think about someone that you admire, right? And you like the way they show up. Inbox them, write them, and ask them, what kind of investments have you made over the years? And they'll tell you. And I guarantee when you hear the investments that they've made, you realize the investments that you have not made. We talked today simply about how to step confidently into your next level. I'm going to open the floor. I'd love to hear ahas or takeaways from you. Did you get value? Of course you did, right? But I wanted to break this down. I'll just recap really quickly as you are writing your ahas or your takeaways. I'm going to run through for those of you who've just joined me. And I'm also going to post a link for my free webinar. So if you haven't seen my webinar, sign up. It's 100% free. And it'll teach you how to package your knowledge into a high ticket product on or offline. Number one, what I talked about tonight, how to step confidently into your next level is number one, decide how do you want to live? How do you want to live? What does that look like? Right? Really think about it, right? And what changes do you need to make in order for you to honor that, what it is that you want, right? Number two, create a ritual that allows you to step into what you want. So maybe it's 3 actions each and every day. For me, that's how I like to do things, break them down in a real simple, digestible way, and opposed to doing a whole lot and today and not a lot tomorrow. Number 3, trust your originality. Understand your originality is your superpower. Like you're born an original, don't die a copy. I think that's is that John Mason's book? Your Born Original, Don't Die Copy. It's a really great book. I can't remember the author 100%. Number 4, focus on the mark. Okay, I didn't look. It's in a book I read. Right, focus on the mark. The mark's in front of you. It is not behind you. So if you focus on what's behind you, who's behind you, all that, you're not focusing on the right thing. Number 5, understand that there are no guarantees. Okay, you got to have faith. Whatever it is that you want, you've got to have the faith to go and get it, and know that trust yourself, like it'll work. All right, number 6, what makes you scarce? It's what makes you valuable. Don't duplicate. Okay, I'll be a creative duplicator. You know how like you create something and it's already created, and you think like you're creating it, and you're so smart. It's not so smart. Like what the deal is like you are so amazing. And you got to see that power inside of you to own that. Okay. Number 7, value the gift. All right. Value in the gift is standing in your value, charging what you're worth, being able to have that conversation and not shrinking around what you deserve, right? For the level of transformation you provide. If you don't know how to do it, then number 8, invest in the highest version of yourself. Like you got to invest in the highest version of yourself. Where do you see yourself and who can help you get there? And invest with those people to help you get there, right? Books, tapes, courses, you name it. All right. So I asked you any ahas or takeaways. What was your biggest aha or takeaway being here today? You can post it here. It's been an honor to be here today. I'm so excited. And for those of you who've just joined me, I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. And I got started my business 20 years ago, had no customers, no clients, and wanted to figure out how to get started. And I launched. I just got started. I did the things that I have posted here. And I hope that hearing this inspires you. For those of you who've been following me and you haven't come to my free webinar, sign up for the webinar. It's 100% free. And for those of you, let me grab it. See if I can grab it. And for those of you who have been watching me and you haven't taken that next step, which is the Giant Experience Master Training, I'll post that here for you as well. It is a really great first step if you're ready to take your knowledge, package it into a high ticket product on or offline, even if you don't have a product yet, even if you're not even really sure how you're going to take your professional background, your soft skills, and put them in a structure that you can monetize. But you're like, I want to do it. Check out the results that we have on the page. We have hundreds of testimonials, clients who've come through the Giant Experience Master Training who've got incredible results. Okay, last call. Any ahas, any takeaways? I know you guys got ahas and takeaways. So any ahas or takeaways before I sign off? And I want to thank you for being an amazing part of my world today. I appreciate you. And truthfully, if you guys weren't here, I wouldn't get to do what I absolutely love to do, which is, to just add value to other women and show you that you can do this. All right. You absolutely have every single thing you need to rock it. Kenyatta writes, my aha is, let me make this bigger for me. Why can I see this, Kenyatta? My aha is valuing the gift by not shrinking when it comes to my value. I love that. Okay. And it's so true, right? Like literally standing in your value is so important, because if you don't stand in your value, you don't get to sustain the gift. And that's really, really important. Okay. Thank you. And Cass says, this was awesome. Thanks. Focus on the mark 100%. And the mark is what's in front of you. It's not what's behind you. It's not what happened to you. It's not any of those things. It's literally focusing on what's forward. And it's really the thing that separates those of us who make it from those of us that don't. Sharon says, don't look back, look forward. That was your aha. I love this, right? So, so important. And I'm glad that this resonated with you, because it's important. Are there any specific questions that you might have for me? I love the ahas. I love the takeaways. Even if you're watching the replay, post them. I'd love to see them. And if this live in some way resonated, share with someone that you know would benefit, right? It's the way we spread the word. And if you have a specific question for me, I'm happy to answer it over the next minute or so. So I want to thank you once again for being an amazing audience. Okay. An amazing audience. I appreciate you. You're awesome. And just know that you can step right into whatever it is that you want. And Valencia writes, I love the comment about not looking at others' website, etc., as a measurement stick, not your exact words. I get to show up just as me, right? Like literally, like, why would I want to copy someone else's emails or website copy? Like, are we serious? Now there's a whole thought process around that in marketing. I mean, that it's like, it's called whatever it's called, but the reality is that people are attracted to you because you're you. Valencia, you are working with me because I'm me, not because I have borrowed words. It's because they're my words, and it's based on my life, right? And there are people who are looking for you right now to be you. You ever want to market in the most easy way, the easiest way ever? Be yourself. Your ideal customers are going to come forward because of it. All right, it's 100% true. Kenyatta, awesome, Lavia. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. As always, you're incredible. All right, I want to thank you for being awesome today and for chiming in. As always, I love you guys, and have an amazing night.